Welcome to an evening of Hawks basketball from downtown Atlanta. It is presented by Racetrack, and tonight we are all about the cup as the NBA Cup rolls through the ATL with this matchup against the Toronto Raptors. Overall, the ball clubs are 4-4. It's a rematch of opening night, but the big story tonight is the Cup. And the Hawks are in the Eastern Conference Group A pairing with these Raptors, and both Toronto and Atlanta won their first game, so the winner of this one will really get a leg up in the chance to go to Las Vegas and win it all. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our game coverage. Bob Rathman along with the Hall of Famer Dominique Wilkins. Madison Hawk will be on the sidelines for us tonight. As I mentioned, this is a rematch of opening night, and the Raptors came in here, Neek, and ran wild. So at the top of the list here for this Atlanta Hawks team tonight, you've got to slow down the running game.
Well, you got to get everybody back on defense. You got to get a foot in the paint and force them to be a jump shooting team because they love to pile the points up in the paint. And they on the attack. You know, they don't run a whole lot of plays. So once they get it off the glass, they looking to get it to the nearest guy and getting out and running. You see Scotty Barnes getting down the floor. And again, like you said, Bob, they're willing to push. They don't hesitate. And you've never seen this from Toronto teams in the past, but it's a new look on this team.
On opening night, they had 34 fast break points. So when you need someone to anchor that defense and stop the running game, the Hawks turn to Dyson Daniels.
Well, Dyson Daniels, that equalizer, he's the one that forces you to give it up to the next guy and let that guy try to make a play to make something happen. And his offensive game has really picked up now. Started out a little slow, but picked it up, got his floater going, the steals, getting some easy baskets at the rim. But this is where he thrives on the defensive end. And yes, he can pass the ball as well. So look for Dyson Daniels to be a problem defensively against this team.
He's had 18 points right on the nose in 3 consecutive games, coming off a brilliant performance against Orlando here on Tuesday night. He was 8 of 9 from the field, so Dyson really in a good groove right now.
He's in a really good groove, and now he's gotten that touch back. His jump shot has come back, getting those floaters in the lane off the glass. Again, sometimes you have a slow start, but now he's picked it up at the right time.
Another guy in the groove is Kristaps Porzingis, and when we come back, Madison will be checking in with the big fella, the hub of the Hawks offense these days with Trey gone. That interview when we come back after this. Toronto Raptors, a rematch of the opening night here at State Farm Arena when that man, Kristaps Porzingis, made his long-awaited Atlanta Hawks debut. Earlier tonight, Madison Hawk caught up with KP.
KP, with Trae Young out, the offense has really stepped up, and it's been scoring by committee. How have you guys just established an offensive rhythm in these last few games?
Honestly, we're just freestyling a little bit without him. It's a different style of play we have a little bit. Obviously, he's one of the best passers in the league, and it's it's practically impossible to replace him. But I think all the guys that are playing are doing a hell of a job filling in, you know, and giving what each has. And yeah, we're making it work.
Our Zaxby's Who's Got the Sauce. KP had 20 against the Raptors on opening night, looking for more tonight against this Toronto outfit that comes to Atlanta having won 3 consecutive games. The battle for the cup is joined when we come back after this. We welcome you back to State Farm Arena and a big weekend of basketball. Lakers here tomorrow night, but tonight all eyes on the cup as the Hawks and the Raptors get set to go head-to-head for the second time this season. 2 games in Toronto coming up the first weekend of January 2026. Let's take a look at our Toyota starting lineups, and we begin with the Raptor ball club that, as we mentioned, is 4-4, but they've got 3 guys in that starting lineup averaging 20 points per game plus. Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, and R.J. Barrett. Those are the 3 big scorers with Jakob Poeltl and the point guard Emmanuel Quickley. The Hawks are going to counter with Zachary Richichet, Jalen Johnson, and Kristaps Porzingis up front. Dyson Daniels and Nickeil Alexander-Walker in the backcourt for Atlanta. It's a big matchup. 2 really good, young, growing teams in the NBA. Toronto and Atlanta. And for our forward keys to the game, Nick, you are focusing on one matchup, and I was just thinking these two guys, Jalen is 23, Scotty Barnes is 24. They are going to be Eastern Conference foes at that 4 spot for years to come.
It's going to be a classic matchup, like you said, in the years to come, where these two guys are going to see a lot of each other. And so that's going to be a real interesting matchup. Two guys who can push it up the floor, can score in the paint. So it's going to be who hits first. And, you know, again, if Jalen can get a couple fouls on him early, he created an advantage for himself. But secondly, you got to get out and rebound. And when you rebound, you can get out and run the floor. But more importantly, you got to get back and match up on defense. And the X factor for the Hawks, once again, for me, is Porzingis. Because if he gets going early, they're going to have to make adjustment, because you're not going to leave that 7'5" guy there getting easy shots. So now you start to double him. Now other guys are going to get open shots.
And with Trae Young hurt for the next few weeks, the Hawks offense really does revolve around Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, I mean, here's a guy who understands his role, and he knows where his hot spots on the floor. It's going to be that high post area as far as above the free throw line. And yeah, he can post on the mid box too, because all he has to do is turn and shoot. Nobody's going to challenge that shot.
He will have to go against the Raptors 7-footer in Jakob Poeltl, who is back this week after missing 3 games with a sore low back. But Poeltl's a very underrated big man.
Well, what he is, he's a serviceable big man that knows his job. He's not a guy you have to get the ball. He's going to get his quick shots around the rim on the drive and kicks, but he's going to rebound, going to play defense, and try to block shots.
We mentioned Toronto won its first Cup game, and that was a big one in Cleveland last Friday night, 112-101. And the Hawks are also 1-0 in group play, so the winner of this one is really going to have a big advantage.
I tell you, I really would love to see the Hawks get a chance to go back to Vegas, you know, for the Cup championship, but it takes one game at a time. It's a big game for them to win, and plus they owe this team after getting beat last game. But again, I think the Hawks right now have a little rhythm going with them, so if you get out hit early, you'll be in good shape.
And we have an all-star officiating crew tonight, led by Zach Zarba, waiting for that first replay so we can get Zach some airtime. Scott Twardowski, and in his 6th season, Suyash Mehta. And we are delayed here at the table. There seems to be a little problem with some of the timing mechanisms. So Scott's over there to straighten that out. We'll get our ball game going in just a bit. This is the beginning of a very difficult stretch for the Hawks, just in terms of the number of games and the travel that's coming up. A back-to-back, as I mentioned, with the Lakers here tomorrow. Then we leave Sunday morning for the West Coast, and it's a game Monday night against the Clippers in LA. Wednesday night we'll be in Sacramento, and then on Thursday in Utah. And that gives the Hawks 5 games in 7 days in 3 different time zones.
You're absolutely right, Bob, but that's why it comes down to winning one game at a time. Now, starting with this game here at home, you get this one, and you get ready for the Lakers tomorrow. If you can go on the road 0-2, man, that is a big confidence booster and give you a lot of momentum going on the road.
Something at the table, and Zach Zarba is going to tell the teams to go back to their respective corners. So this is going to take a second here. It is something with the timing. I'm not sure if it's the game clock, the shot clock, but something is amiss at the table, and it's going to take a minute or 2 to get it straightened out. And that's why the crew chief has asked that the teams go back to their benches. This is a Hawks team coming in after a big win over Orlando to go 2-0 against the Magic. They won the game here Tuesday night, 127-112. Played great. One of the best efforts of the season in the first 8 games. And so great to be up 2-0 in the race for potential playoff seeding down the road against the Magic men. Just have to win one more against Orlando to claim the season series. Meanwhile, Toronto, after winning here opening night, then lost 4 in a row. But they've righted the ship. They've won their last 3, and they're 2-2 at home and on the road. And we're just about ready for basketball. Jakob Poeltl and Kristaps Porzingis come to the center circle in our very red home court here at State Farm Arena.
Yeah, it's a little off red, but yeah, nevertheless red.
The Raptors in white, Hawks in black. Madison, what happened at the table?
Apparently, the 24-second shot clock clicker was not working, so all of that delay for that. But we're good to go now, guys. We're off and running.
And immediately, it's Brandon Ingram in his favorite spot, that mid-range.
Well, if he gets the ball in that area on a consistent basis, we're going to have some problems because he's a prolific scorer in that area.
Jalen Johnson and Scotty Barnes right up in his grill. Dyson Daniels, Nikhil turns and fires. Rebound to the Raptors and quickly. Barnes ahead to Ingram. Ingram was a big factor, but this time it's poked away by Dyson Daniels.
Dyson, that was
Risa Shea lays it in.
Dyson, that's what he does.
Number 2 in the league in steals at 2.5 per game, and he's got one now in 61 straight games, the 9th longest active streak, and he ties Doc Rivers for the club record, 61 consecutive games with at least one.
You know, I was talking to someone before the game, and they said, you know, who I think the best defensive player in the league is, and without any question, I said Dyson Daniels, in my opinion.
And another steal, this one by Jalen Johnson after the Dyson block, and a run-out jam for Jalen.
You know, this is a good start for the Hawks. Good energy, solid defense. You saw Jakob Poeltl under the basket, got that shot blocked, and couldn't track it down.
How about Dyson's defensive start? A block and a steal in 2 possessions. Down the middle to Poeltl, and another block by Porzingis. And this time a whistle and a foul.
I would have personally let that go. It looked pretty clean to me, but maybe with a little contact to his body, but thought it was a good challenge. You see the Hawks getting out on the break off the steal. Risa Shea going all the way to the back. Nice little finger roll over the top.
And then the breakout jam by Jalen. Foul charge to Alexander Walker. Put Jakob Poeltl at the line, and he makes one. He was 0 for 5 this season at the foul line, but comes to Atlanta and gets that first one to go.
Well, it's not a lot of free throws. It's 8 games you done played so far, and you only been to the line a couple of times.
But he had missed 3 games.
Well, he
Dr. Rajakovic, the Toronto head coach.
Well, he kind of sorted out. He's good now.
And we are tied at 4. Risa Shea batted down as that defense collapsed around Zachary Risa Shea as he was trying to make a play. These guys are long and athletic.
And they got size, too, you know. They're not like long, skinny guys other than Ingram. These guys are pretty big.
Behind the back to KP. Porzingis from the left elbow.
Oh, I love it. Love it. And that's what I'm talking about. You get him off early, it definitely opens up easier shots.
3 buckets for the Hawks from 3 different players. Emmanuel quickly. Pretty good look, but gave it up. Here's Ingram. Fakes Risa Shea. Back to quickly. He struggled with his shot. Shot clock's down to 4. We're going to travel.
That's excellent, excellent defense.
Already 3 turnovers for the Raptors.
Well, Scotty Barnes turned down a wide open 3. Again, this shows you not that confident in that 3-point shot.
Daniels gives to Nikhil. Hawks trying to make it 2 in a row here at home. Backdoor cutting Jalen Johnson.
But the Hawks again off to a nice start in this first quarter.
Catch and shoot for R.J. Barrett. Rebound to Jalen. Porzingis. Some daylight against Poeltl, and Barnes comes over to block it. Sends it Jalen Johnson's way. His 3 over Barrett is no good.
Scotty Barnes said, hey, little fella, get down the floor and let me get this rebound.
Ingram from the wing, and he drills a 3.
Well, we talked about how this guy Ingram can score. You got to know where he's at on the floor.
Had a hot start opening night. Finished with 16 against the Hawks. Has 5 in this one, 8-7. Porzingis double team. Being harassed, gets out of the double with a safety valve pass to Jalen Johnson. Ricochet. Well, Pirtle got caught looking.
Again, they always tell you to watch your man and the ball. And how you do that, you got to get below your guy.
Pirtle's pass knocked away. Hawks force another turnover. Ricochet. Jalen inside to KP, and he's fouled going up.
Again, I just like the Hawks' energy. And moving the ball from side to side, really breaking down the defense of Toronto Raptors. See, inside here, there's KP getting good position there to catch and try to finish that.
Jakob Poeltl's first foul. Side out of bounds for Atlanta. 10-7 Hawks. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, the defense evaporates and he lays it in. And with that, the Raptors take a timeout. 7:35 to go in the first quarter, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker going to work. A wave and a dirty look from the Raptors defense. The Hawks are up 5. Great start for Nickeil Alexander-Walker and the Hawks as they go up by 5. 7:35 to go in the first. Down to the sidelines. Welcome back, Madison Hawk.
Bob, it is great to be back. You and Dominique just talking about the energy in this game early. You can feel that energy down here on the sidelines. This game already has a much different feel than the last time these two teams met on opening night. In that game, the Hawks allowed the Raptors to score 86 points in the paint and 34 points in transition. Following that loss, head coach Quinn Snyder just challenged his team to play more complementary defense, smarter rotation, stronger gap defense. The team has really answered, now only giving up 39 points in the paint the last 3 games. Jalen Johnson told me right before tip-off that the team is locked in on personnel, noting just how important the scouting report is tonight. And guys, just watch for these hustle plays, the 50-50 balls. Winning those is going to give the other team an advantage.
A three-pointer by Brandon Ingram. It's the Raptors within 2.
Man, he puts that ball behind his head and he's shooting with so much confidence. Hard to block.
Steal on the wing by Scotty Barnes with Ricochet back. Bounced it quickly, and he blew the layup, but he was fouled. And just to amplify Madison's point about the change over these last couple of weeks since the Raptors were here last, Madison mentioned all the paint points that the Hawks yielded. Tonight, it's 10-2 in Atlanta's favor in the paint.
You know what? And the Hawks have the ability to play inside out because with multiple guys. So if they can win that category, they win this game.
Talking about defense, how about the job that Mo Gay has been doing lately?
Yeah, Mo Gay is becoming that guy, coming off the bench, coming into his own and being a major contributor. He has length, you know, he can run the floor and start to shoot the 3 with confidence, but defensively, he's been really good.
Second shot for Quickly is good, so he splits the pair. First point tonight, 12-11. In favor of the Hawks, and Alexander Walker joined by Onyeka Kongwu. We showed you Mo Gay coming in. Jalen and Zach are still out there. Ricochet, hot early against Orlando Tuesday. Brooks this one. Quickly brings it up, shovels. Barrett fires.
Barrett had 2 open looks and came up short on both of them.
Jalen. Onyeka rejected by Scotty Barnes. Barrett drives in, bumps Ricochet out of the way, but missed the shot.
2 looks there, and right now Barrett is 0 for 3.
Mo Gay from the wing. Hawks have cooled a bit. Subs waiting at the table. Long 3, no good.
That's a terrible shot there by Quigley.
He has really struggled with his 3-point shot this year. 28% coming in. Alexander Walker connects.
You know, you get a bad shot on one end, you get a wide open shot on the other by the Hawks. That's good offense.
15-11 Atlanta. Cup game number 2. Mamuskitishvili is in for the Raptors, and there is a 3-ball. Now that's the quickly we saw last year on the 3s.
Wait, again, it was coming off a screen, got an open shot.
15-14. Jalen, glass and good. I know you like that shot.
I mean, I love it because that's great offense. And I tell these young guys, you hear me say this all the time, Bob, the backboard is your friend. If you can know how to use that glass, you're going to make a high percentage of your shots.
Skip pass. Quickly rattles home another 3. He's got 7. Raptors cut it to 1. Ricochet off the screen. Jalen at the top.
In and out.
Knocked out. And this ball is going to belong to Atlanta.
I think that was out on Toronto. They, Scotty Barnes said, no, that wasn't me. Yeah, it touched his fingertips.
14 on the Atlanta shot clock. Pete Krejci has come in for the Hawks. And for Toronto, Barnes sits down and Grady Dick comes into the game. He's been terrific off the bench, and particularly so here. He had 21 opening nights.
Well, Grady Dick can shoot the ball, that's for sure.
Long entry to Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Jalen. And he's fouled by Mamuskitishvili. That's his first. Sandro will put Jalen on the line for 2 free throws. I think I wanted to ask you a question about the Hawks offense. So pick and roll heavy with Trey. It's a much different look. I want to get your response to that, but first a word from our partners at John Foy & Associates.
We've helped thousands get the care and compensation they deserve after an accident. When you call, we'll answer. When you need us, we're there.
It's a different look to the offense now without Trey.
Well, what you have in Trey is a guy who's one of the best pick and roll guys in the NBA. He is a lethal threat off the pick and roll. When you don't have that, you have to resort to other things as far as moving the basketball a little bit more to get better shots, because Trey is such a threat off the pick and roll, and he will kill you if you give him any room to operate.
Grady Dick comes right back to Atlanta and promptly hits a 3 to put the Raptors even with the Hawks at 19. I think this is a ball club that's underrated.
You know what? They have played well at the start of the season, and their team, you gotta really understand who they are, because they play very physical. They're not afraid to bang with you in the paint.
And this foul will go against Colin Murray-Boyles, their rookie out of South Carolina. Comes up and you see the body slam on Alexander Walker.
Yeah, with a lot of reach in there too. Didn't really challenge the shot. But just to go back to your point about Trey, when you don't have that kind of threat on the floor who can make you, have to change your defenses to stop him, that gives you so many more options. But now you have to rely on more ball movement, quick hitters where you don't have to work as hard to get that shot, because Trey does a great job is kind of taking that from you because of his ability to score.
And that's what Quinn was talking about before the game tonight, encouraging the Hawks to play with the pass to create some of those advantages that Trey, it just comes naturally for him in the pick and roll. He can get by his guy with one step, one move. Just don't have that anymore. Ingram from the wing. '19 Hawks. Nice control by Onyeka. Batted out of bounds. Keith Wallace has come in for the Hawks. We should point out Atlanta does not have Luke Kennard tonight. He reported for shoot-around and was under the weather, so Lucas sitting this one out tonight. Hope to have him back tomorrow for the Laker game.
And another thing about Trey, I wanted to, as we get a timeout here, is that offensively he's a nightmare off the dribble.
Yes. More from Atlanta right after this. Atlanta Hawks basketball is brought to you by Georgia Drive Chevy. Visit your local Chevy dealer. By Racetrack. And by Kaiser Permanente, official health plan of the Atlanta Hawks. Dyson Daniels, Kristaps Porzingis coming to work on this Friday night. The Hawks have a 1-point advantage at 20-19. Raptors have hit 4 threes already in this first half as compared to just 1 for Atlanta. Onyeka Okongwu and the Hawks have 15 seconds on the shot clock coming out of the Quinn Snyder timeout. Dyson Daniels runs it right to the rim and lays it in.
Well, if you're Toronto, that's too easy. Coming out of a timeout, and Dyson gets all the way to the basket.
Nick, I would say they haven't been nearly as aggressive defensively tonight as they were in the opener.
They're really not tonight. But
the evening is young, but market difference. Ingram tips in his own miss.
Well, Ingram looked like he could have been a turnover there, like he shot the ball and caught it himself.
Raptors kick the ball to take away the Hawks' backdoor cut. 22-11. Ingram red hot early. He's got 10. Shooting so well for his new ball club. We say new because when he went to the Raptors, he didn't play at the end of last season after the trade from New Orleans. They extended him in February to a brand new contract. He's shooting 55% this season.
Well, the guy can play. He's a special player.
Daniels pass taken away. The interception by Murray Boyles. Mamu thought about it. Now to Jamal Shed. Little fire plug point guard from Houston, and Mamu drills a three. And he can do that. He's at 50%.
Yeah, again, Toronto breaking down the defense, getting in the lane, create that kind of open shot.
Back iron for Okongwu. Raptors up 24-22. Turnover. Well, the rookie trying to make a move and defended well on the baseline by Beat.
Yeah, that kind of play is not in your wheelhouse, and trying to go baseline, had nowhere to go and turns it over.
24-22, Raptors. Onyeka. Beat gives it up, Keaton in the corner. Boy, tough take defensively, and that's going to be a travel. Boy, give it up for Jamal Shed, the second-year man from the University of Houston. He is #1 in the NBA in assist to turnover ratio off the bench. Man, when you can find a great backup point guard,
and
you got gold.
He's tough too.
Yes, he is. Cross-court pass, now inside. And the Raptors turn it over. Barnes had it flicked away. On the bounce to Dyson Daniels. And he's fouled.
Again, no one stopped the basketball. Dyson gets all the way to the rack.
Scotty Barnes with his first foul, and that's the 4th team foul on the Raptors. 2 free throws coming for Dyson Daniels. 9th in NBA history for consecutive games with 1 steal now. His 3rd point. He's had 18 points right on the nose in 3 consecutive games.
Again, you look at the stat line at the end of the game. It's just a solid stat line. Going well in assists, rebounding, and you look up, he got 16, 18 points.
In fact, he led the Hawks in assists in the Orlando win here Tuesday. Grady Dick a catch and shoot. Raptors and Hawks even at 24. Wallace Feeding it back, Okongwu. Rebound beat. Wallace. Yes.
That's a heck of a shot. Wow.
Wallace. Dick. Air ball.
Well, Dick, again, he's a catch and shoot guy. You know, again, you're getting him in an uncomfortable situation and he shoots an air ball.
Dyson got it up on the glass quickly, but Barnes is there. And he leads the Raptor break. Shed. And how about that tip in by Mahmoud?
That's a heck of a catch and finish. Not much room to work with there.
Mahmoud Kelishvili with his second field goal, 26 all. 10 on the quarter. Shot clock is off for Dyson. Wallace from the A in Atlanta. Left it short. And too late for Mamu as the period ends, just like we began. All even after one in the ATL. Cup game number 2 for the Raptors and the Hawks. And at the end of one, visitors 26, home team 26. What's up? 2 Chainz on hand, and I've got a note here. I bet Madison Hawk doesn't even know this. Dominique Wilkins gave 2 Chainz his first chain.
Hey, where's my chain? Dominique, can you pass that down to me? I would like one from 2 Chainz.
I'm sorry, I'm one and done.
As we say in basketball. 26 all as we go to the second quarter. Hawks with the basketball. Dyson handles it out front. Short clock here. Dyson trying to find the shooter. It's going to be Keaton, and he buries it.
Oh, Keaton comes off the bench and has 5 quick points here.
29-26 Atlanta. Scotty Barnes turns and fires.
Again, the Hawks will live with him taking that shot.
KP.
He shot that one from Decatur.
That one out there.
Oh, man.
Grady Dick stripped and off his leg, out of bounds. Good hands.
Again,
Keaton Wallace.
again, that's not Grady Dick's strong suit. He's a catch and shoot guy.
(29-26) Hawks. Grady went for the steal, didn't get it. Daniels around and in for Okongwu.
Well, it started with the inside pass there by Dyson Daniels to get Okongwu on the seal. And watch it, he gets downhill, he gets in the lane, nice little fake. Pass right in rhythm, takes the bump, up and in.
Personal number 2 on Scotty Barnes. And Onyeka drills a free throw. Had 18 points opening night against the Raptors, did Onyeka, and that still is his season high. 32-26, Hawks out of the gate in fine fashion here in period 2. Turnaround for Quickly. Emmanuel Quickly getting it together tonight offensively. He's got 9. Tried to go to Okongwu, but the Raptors couldn't hang on to it.
Well, I just like the energy of the Hawks. You know, guys coming off the bench, you know, contributing, and that's all you can ask for.
And really, the thing keeping Toronto in the game is the 3-point shot. They've hit 5.
Yeah.
Hawks just 1 of 10 from deep through 1 quarter of play. Porzingis. Onyeka. 3rd try, blocked. 4th try, fouled. Stick with it, though.
Well, always a good offensive rebound, and he just didn't give up on it. I think he got 3 rebounds on that possession.
Who does he think he is, Moses Malone?
Yeah, right. He just stayed there. There's 4 guys in the paint there in white jerseys, and didn't matter.
R.J. Barrett's first foul. Onyeka with point number 4. Quinn Snyder off the Hawk bench. Rebounding on defense to finish the job, and then spacing on offense. 2 of the big keys for the Hawks from Coach Snyder coming into this one. 34-28. This is Jacoby Walter has come in, number 14. Another turnover. Porzingis needs help.
Well, you got guys on the floor for Toronto trying to make plays, and again, they're not those type of guys.
Porzingis surrounded. Ricochet. Whoa, Scotty! And Ricochet scores. We're so sorry, Scotty. We just couldn't wait for you.
Yeah, he faked him out of his shoes there.
Inside Walter, and just ripped away. Onyeka says, I'll take that. And up the floor comes to Zach. Pulls a 3.
And timeout was coming after that.
Boy, the Hawks look like a different ball club they did opening night. My goodness, they're up 11. Biggest lead of the night.
Again, it's the defense that turned into quick offense.
The rip away by Okongwu sets up the transition 3 for Zachary. 39-28. 39-28, Atlanta leads Toronto. Zachary Ricochet left Scotty Barnes in his dust and scored on that one. And then after a takeaway from Onyeka Okongwu, a good-looking 3 for Zachary Ricochet, and he's got 9 so far in this one. Time for our John Foy Strong Arm, presented by John Foy and Associates. Ricochet, the 4th youngest Hawk to reach 1,000 points. That happened in the game against Orlando here on Tuesday night, so congratulations to Zach in that regard.
Absolutely.
39-28. Let's check in with Madison.
You guys were talking about the energy in this game. Even Quinn Snyder was down here, animated in the huddle in the best possible way, cheering his guys on and just saying, hey, a lot of these points and these easy buckets are coming because of how aggressive we are being on the defensive end. Just reiterating the importance of getting stops. The guys were fired up after that timeout.
Playing well. A nice run here, 17-4 over the last 4 minutes. And Walter committed that last foul for a push on Onyeka. First foul on Jacoby.
You know, and the Hawks are starting to impose their will on the Raptors here on the glass. They're playing defense, getting out in the fast break, and you look up early in this second quarter, they're up 11. This was even Steven at the end of the first quarter.
Only 8 points in the paint for the Raptors. They had 84 here the last time. Porzingis. Shot clock at 1. Dyson's got to go quickly. Couldn't beat the buzzer. Raptors have turned it over 8 times. Hawks have scored 15 points off of those turnovers. Atlanta now number 3 in the league in forcing turnovers. Barnes, left elbow.
Oh, he is struggling.
Scotty has not hit a shot. Ricochet.
This is when they're going to have to get Ingram back in the game. There's Zachary Ricochet on that. I'm not going to give him a heat check on that.
Okay. You have high standards.
Yeah, it's early.
A foul not on Ricochet for the block, but a swipe down against backup point guard Keaton Wallace. His first.
Nice move there by Barrett. And just at the end, right there on Wallace where the foul came.
First point tonight for R.J. Barrett. We talked at the start about how they have 3 20-point scorers. Well, Barnes hasn't hit a shot, and that's the first point for Barrett 4 minutes into this second quarter. But a quality scorer, no doubt about that. And a guy who gets to play back at home from Mississauga and drills the free throw. 39-30. Corner three, Mogay.
Well, that was a good setup there by Wallace on the penetration, get a wide open shot.
Barrett to the wing, Walter firing. Raptors cooled a bit on threes. That's going to be an offensive foul on Onyeka.
And that guy is coming back in for Toronto, Ingram, a guy who can get buckets, and they said, okay, enough is enough. We got to get him back on the floor.
Brandon played the first 10 minutes, scored 10 points. And there you see the foul on Okongwu. So Brandon Ingram is back in the ball game for these Raptors. Let's see if they dial him up right away. Anybody from Kinston, North Carolina, just stays hot.
Oh man, don't they? Because some scores come out of that part of the region.
Good job by Quickly to really take care of the on-charging Jalen Johnson. Okongwu goes in and jams one. So the Hawks continue that run we just showed you, 41-30. The Hawk lead is 11. Behind the back, Mamu.
That was a little long. You can tell when it left his hand.
Jalen. Taken away by Ingram. Deep pressuring the basketball. Now Jalen Johnson matches up with Brandon. Quickly.
He doesn't waste any time, does he?
Oh, great rebound by Mogay. Inside to Okongwu, and Quickly takes that one away.
Quickly, good defensive play.
Mamu from the corner, rims out. Good takeaway there by the rookie Murray Boyles.
And one thing about Toronto, hadn't got a lot of points in the paint. They are forcing them on the perimeter.
Ingram, short.
Their offense have stalled.
Toronto has missed 10 of 11 shots in the quarter. Jalen got away with a push, and Mogay with a jam. So the Hawks continue to pour it on, leading by 13.
Well, again, they are piling up the points in the paint.
Brandon Ingram trying to bail out his ball club. Left elbow left that one short, and the Raptors can't buy one.
But that was good defense. He forced a tough shot. Mogay was on him on that possession.
Jalen trying to extend this 21-6 run, but a turnover here. Ahead to Quickly. Feet back. And fouls. 2 free throws coming. Number 1 on Vic Krejci. Okay, Mogay. Go to work.
And again, you need nothing for any doubt. Finish hard at the rim.
2 free throws coming for Emmanuel Quickly. Basketball fans, FanDuel Picks is now available in your state. Right now, new customers can play $5 and get $60 in bonus credits, win or lose. Join FanDuel Picks today, the easiest way to play. Quickly in double figures with 10. Quickly out of Maryland, played 2 years at Kentucky. Drills the second free throw. 43-32.
The Hawks, again, defensively, keeping them at a 31% shooting percentage.
Off Beat's hand, out of bounds.
And the defense, like I said, Bob, has been really, really good here by the Hawks.
Jamal Shead in for the Raptors. Quickly goes out. Hawks have turned the ball over 6 times in this period. Leading by 11. Nice pass. Good ball fake and lay in for Skeetishvili, and that is going to be a timeout for Atlanta. 4:29 to play in the first half. Hawks by 9. Toyota. Get deals on Toyota trucks this truck month. Toyota, let's go places. By Xfinity, all your favorite teams in one place. And by John Foy & Associates, the strong arm. Atlanta 43, Toronto 34 in our Cup game tonight from State Farm Arena. And the Hawks have dominated this second period of play. Our Valvoline instant oil change, quick change, shows the Hawks winning the period by 9 points so far and have held the Raptors to 2 of 13 shooting. They've won the glass by 8 and a solid second quarter. And the task now for the Hawks in this final 4:29 league is to extend this run. They're cold, you're hot. Take advantage of it.
And Bob, the thing that they have done, they have taken Toronto out of their rhythm. When you look at the points in the paint, only 10 points in the paint to the Hawks 22.
Major change from opening night.
Yeah.
V. Krejci out there with Porzingis, Jalen Johnson, Alexander Walker's returned, and Boguet. Porzingis, 2 on the clock. V just beat the buzzer. And no rim, so out of bounds to Toronto on the shot clock violation.
I thought the ball hung on the perimeter way too long.
And awareness of the clock, too.
You got to know the clock. That's what point guards, their responsibility is to make sure everybody understands the clock is running down. You got to get a shot.
Ingram for 3. That's off. The struggle continues for Toronto. Porzingis rebounds. Quick outlet. Alexander Walker thought about it. Gives to Jalen. Drives in. Tough shot. Off balance. Boguet the offensive rebound. Nikhil. Good.
Again, the Hawks that's owned the offensive glass so far in this first half.
That is the second three-pointer for Nikhil tonight. And the Hawk lead is 12. Biggest of the evening has been 13. Ingram blocked by KP, but picked up by Mamu Skeetishvili and lays it in. He's got 9 off the bench. 46-36. Foul on Brandon Ingram. Raptors small forward gets his first. Going over 20 points 5 different times for these Raptors. His high water mark is 29. This is his 10th NBA season. And he has been a 20-point scorer 6 years in a row.
He has.
46-36. Risacher fouled by Ingram. Well, you know Brandon would like to have that one back. That's going to give Risacher 3 free throws.
Well, you never try to get through a screen to defend a 3 and turn into a guy. You're going to get that called against you most times.
You never did that.
Maybe once.
Now let's pause for this word from Zaxby's.
Sweet, tangy, citrusy. Zaxby's Asian Sensation menu. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
Zachary Risacher, 13 for the Hawks lead, and then been scoring on 4 of 6 from the floor.
Hawks with their biggest lead is Jakob Poeltl. Looks for a recipient. RJ Barrett gives it back to his big man, throws a quick hook and scores.
It's amazing sometimes what you can accomplish if you give it to the big guy around the basket sometimes.
Ripped away by Ingram, taken back by Risacher, and tips it in. Good job, Zachary.
Well, it's the hustle points the Hawks are winning here. That second and third opportunity.
51-38. Jamal Shed at the point for the Raptors. Brandon Ingram can't hit a jump shot, so drives one and gets fouled. The old vet knew just what to do. Shay's second foul.
Ingram, he's trying to get some offense every way possible. Hadn't been able to hit from the perimeter in this quarter so far. 4 of 11 from the floor.
Point number 11. Emmanuel quickly returns for Toronto. And a second shot coming for Brandon Ingram. We talk about coming out of Kinston in eastern North Carolina. That's the home of Cedric Cornbread Maxwell. That's Reggie Bullock, who played a long time in the league from Kinston. And Brandon Ingram.
And Mitchell Wiggins.
Is he from Kinston?
I mean, all those guys played in North Lenore down there.
Back home for you.
Yeah.
51-40. Corner three. Well, you've worked hard to build this lead. Want to continue to keep the pedal to the metal here. Final minute 39 of the half, and Scotty Barnes gets his first field goal. Rather unconventional hook shot in the middle of the lane. 51-42. Alexander Walker off the KP screen. Batted down by Pirtle. 12 seconds on the shot clock.
One of the better defensive sequences here for Toronto, because the Hawks have been able to get to the basket whenever they want it.
1:23 left, second quarter. Tipped and out of bounds. Boy, heads up over there on Gucci Rowe. And that thing was coming in fast. Coming in hot.
Yes, it was.
Daniels. And again, Toronto picking up the pace a little bit defensively toward the end of the half. Porzingis on a nice cut. Alexander Walker lays it in.
Again, let's lost sight of him.
R.J. Barrett backs it out. Porzingis stares at him. Blocks the shot. R.J. gets it back. Can't score. Pirtle had it for an instant. Now out to Ingram. Brandon. Sideline three. Barrett. No good. And we got all kinds of mayhem and a foul on Atlanta, and Quinn can't believe it.
Well, that's Jakob Pirtle working the offensive glass to try to keep it alive. And you see, you got two guys trying to box him out, and he was able to get the ball between both of those guys.
First on Jalen. Hawks had a foul to give, so out of bounds for the Raptors. Barnes with his back to you. Scotty to the sideline, quickly to the middle. Brandon Ingram, 2 on the shot clock, and he gets fouled by Shea. 1.7 to shoot. And on the arm, 2 free throws coming for Shea. Foul number 3. Are they going to call it on Alexander Walker? Okay.
Well,
Nikhil's second.
That's his second, so no real trouble here.
Ingram ready. Point number 13. Colin Murray Boyles. I bet he's got a lot of folks here down from Columbia tonight. Didn't have a chance to play. He was injured when the Raptors were here back in October for the opener. 6'7" rookie, 20 years old, and really came up the draft board quickly at last summer. Thought a lot about this young man, and he goes 9th overall to the Raptors. .16 seconds. Deflected. Taken away. Barrett in the middle of quickly. Taken back by the Hawks.
Yeah, that's a tough pass to make in traffic.
2 seconds. And that's the half. Atlanta built a 13-point lead in that first half. They settled for a 9-point advantage here at the half. 53-44. Zachary Ricochet led the way with 14 points. Madison is standing with Zach right now.
Zachary, just 5 transition points for the Raptors there in the first half. How were you able to stop Toronto from doing what they do best?
I think, first of all, we play good offensively. We're sharing the ball. We play with pace. And I feel like when we play it the right way, it's easier to get back on defense also. So our whole game is a part of why they can score in transition right now, but we got to keep doing it for the second half.
Yeah, speaking of the offense, you led all scorers there in the first half with 14 points. Where are you finding the gaps in Toronto's defense?
Like I said, we're sharing the ball. We make sure to always keep it moving, don't freeze the ball, and that's how we play. And also we try to play fast, and I think that helps us a lot.
All right, Zach, thanks. Good luck.
Thank you.
Opening night, Zachary Ricochet scored 16 points against the Toronto Raptors, and tonight he has got 14 at the break on 5 of 9 shooting, hit a 3. Halftime in Atlanta with the score, Atlanta 53 and Toronto 44. Matt and Brian when we come back after this. We apologize, a little technical difficulty coming back. We missed a 3 by Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and now the bucket by Jakob Poeltl. So it's 56-46 in favor of the Atlanta Hawks, and now the Raptors take it away. Start of the third quarter here. Catch and shoot for R.J. Barrett, and he drills a 3, and the Raptors are starting to wake up.
This is what you don't want to happen, so you want to continue to keep that pressure on.
Jalen Johnson, rather quiet first half, scored 8. KP also quiet. Bumps this one off the rim. Rebound out to Jalen. Good.
Again, another offensive rebound opportunity for the Hawks, and take it right back to 10.
59-49. Ingram. Tough shot.
Well, that's good defense against better offense.
59-51 Atlanta. Dyson Daniels underneath. KP with a jam.
Well, that's a good find by Dyson Daniels. He's been doing a good job at playing the point here.
Scotty Barnes trying to get his game going. Still struggling, but gets the offensive rebound. Back up and in. Just the second field goal for Barnes, who averages 21 points a game. 61-53, Zachary.
Oh, he shot it a little long, shot it quick.
Down the floor to Barnes. Reverse jam over Jalen.
Oh, that's a tough finish there.
Tapped, kept alive by KP. Knocked out of bounds by Ricochet.
Well, like you said, Toronto is starting to wake up a little bit, so the Hawks got to be careful here.
61-55 Atlanta. Hawks led by as many as 13 in that first half. Barnes against Jalen. Short, tip, no. Jalen the rebound. That was your featured matchup tonight, Nick. And Jalen coming right back at him.
Oh,
KP tried to jam it on the follow.
I like the attack by KP.
Quickly hits a 3. Timeout Atlanta. Here come the Raptors. They've cut it to 3. 2 players in their 5th NBA seasons. Jalen Johnson, 23. Scotty Barnes, 24 years old. Our Xfinity matchup tonight. Modest numbers so far in this one, but I've got a feeling, Nick, this matchup is going to swing this game in the end.
Bob, I really think it will, because you got both guys who are capable of taking a game over at certain times. And the thing about Barnes, you don't want him to get going at this point in the game, because now they're starting to make a run. This is a three-point game now, so the Hawks going to have to step it up defensively once again.
And the thing about Scotty Barnes, he has such a nose for the basketball when it comes to rebounding.
Well, again, you know, if you watch how he rebounds, especially on the offensive end, when he takes a shot, he's trying to get in front of his defender right after that ball is released to try to get better position.
Hawks out of the timeout. Dial up KP in the corner, and he drills a three. Kristaps Porzingis has 7.
Well, that was a great play out of timeout to get him that open shot.
Raptors have hit 6 of 9 in the quarter. And Brandon Ingram missing from the sideline.
He has gone cold.
Had that hot getaway, but then cooled in the second, as did the Raptors. Porzingis short. Tyson Daniels. Alexander Walker right back to KP, and he's fouled. Nearly got that to go.
Well, that was on the shot, but they think they're going to call him out on the side.
The foul line quickly. His first.
Just a good inside pass, but they're going to say that he wasn't in the act of shooting. And looked like it was to me on that, Bob.
I'm with you, Nick. I've always got your back.
I appreciate you, looking out like that. Lets me know you really care.
I am with you wintertime.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
64-58. Ingram. A good D by Risacher.
Well, Ingram, again, is getting frustrated, so the Hawks are doing a good job on him.
Alexander Walker spins and more contact. This one's on Barrett. So 2 here on RJ.
Toronto at the beginning of this quarter was doing a good job of getting themselves back in it, but now they can't seem to find the offense once again, and they're fouling a lot here.
Alexander Walker's 15th point comes at the foul line. In double figures in all 9 of his Hawk games. And he's made 3 threes tonight. He's made at least 1 in 8 of the 9 games he's played. What an addition to this Hawks team.
A very unassuming guy that when you look at it and say, here's a guy, he's solid defensive, you know what he brings there, but people don't realize how good he is offensively. 16 points right now in 17 minutes, pretty strong.
Last year at Minnesota, played every game. In fact, he did it the last 2 years for the Wolves. Great competitor. Jakob Poeltl. Quickly. Risacher. Oh, the Raptors get it back. Ingram barrels in on Daniels. Had to force that one at the end of the shot clock.
But again, another defensive play there for the Hawks.
Risacher. Porzingis, quick turn. Oh. Foul on Ingram. Number 3 on Brandon.
Again, the Hawks getting back that rhythm. Nice little turn. Almost went down. I don't know how it came out.
Well, one thing about Kristaps Porzingis, Nick, is we will enjoy all season long. He is a shot maker.
Yes, he is. When he gets going, he is as good as anybody.
McGill smothered that time by Poeltl. Knocked it out of bounds. And it is going to be Atlanta ball with 4.2 on the shot clock. And they're going to challenge. The Raptors are going to take a timeout to challenge that out of bounds call. Jakob Poeltl felt like the Hawks touched it last. They'll check it when we come back. We have 7:23 left in the 3rd period, and we're waiting on our strike coaches challenge to see which way this out of bounds call is going to go. And we are just about ready for Zach Zarba to take center stage.
After review. After review, the ruling on the floor stands as Atlanta basketball is an unsuccessful challenge.
Good job, Zach. So the Raptors lose their challenge for the rest of the evening.
You know, the thing about these challenges, you know, if you're going to challenge, make sure that you're 100% sure that it went off with the other team. A lot of times guys get frustrated and they throw it up and they're, let's challenge, let's challenge.
Jalen gets it back, and the shot clock expires on Atlanta. 66-58. So you get the ball back and you don't even get a shot away.
Yo, right.
Brandon Ingram. R.J. Barrett.
He has that little floater down.
Yes, he does. And at 6'6", he is hard to guard when he gets in that paint. Those long arms, 66-60.
And he's not a little guy. He's pretty solid.
Right, he really is. Ricochet. Dyson Daniels finds it open. Jalen Johnson underneath.
Well, you know what? Toronto has not done a good job at rebounding the basketball. You know, pretty much throughout the game.
Hawks have won the glass by 8, 35-27. Barnes, baseline, no. It has been struggle bus for Scotty Barnes. Lob to Ricochet. Good setup by Jalen. 70-60.
Zachary sharing game high with Alexander. Both 16 apiece.
Jakob Poeltl in traffic, looks for the cutter, and it's R.J. Barrett. Strong third quarter for R.J. First assist tonight for Poeltl. 70-62. Jalen got that dribble, got it back. Here's Daniels. Jalen for three. Good. Slowly but surely, that three-point shot's coming back for Jalen Johnson.
Yes, yes, it is. You know, good open looks too. But you look at this game and you say, okay, Toronto's fighting to stay in it. But when the Hawks play their game, and they've been doing it pretty much all game long, when you stay in your comfort zone, I don't think Toronto can beat these guys.
There's Barnes and Jalen going head-to-head. And a grab at the jersey by Jalen results in his second foul.
Jalen Johnson coming alive, knocks down his second three in the game to share game high 16 between him, Zachary, and Alexander. And we're talking about that battle between him and Barnes. He's clearly winning that battle.
Mogay and Yekakagwu beat Krejci all come back for the Hawks. And Brandon Ingram drops in the mid-ranger. 18 points for Brandon Ingram on 6 of 16 shooting. Coming up on 5 to go in the third. Alexander Walker to Jalen. Oh, left it short. Knocked away. Shot clock at 10 for Kagwu. Raptors trailing by 9. Ingram back to work.
Good defense by Mogay. Quigley thought about doing it.
Oh, an open underneath. All the attention paid to the three-point line, and Mamu with the jam.
And here come Toronto once again.
73-66. Nikhil from the dotted line. Good.
Now, like I said, this guy, he knows his way around the basket. 18 for him right now on 6 of 11 from the floor.
Corner three for Colin Murray-Boyle.
Yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, you got to know your personnel, who can make threes and who can't, you know. That didn't look good leaving his hand.
Corner three for Mo. Tipped out. Mogay runs it down. Second chance here for the Hawks. Alexander Walker to the wing. Gotta go. Air ball, shot clock violation. Keaton Wallace and Dyson Daniels will check back in. Dyson He's going to be held at the table. Hawks have turned it over 14 times tonight. And 11 of those turnovers in the middle 2 quarters. Down the middle. Agwu with the personal. Second on Onyeka. Amu Gelishvili go to the line.
Again, you know, the Hawks get a foul there, but offense has not been easy for Toronto.
Basketball fans, FanDuel Picks is now available in your state, and right now new customers can play $5 and get $60 in bonus credits, win or lose. Join FanDuel Picks today, the easiest way to play. Second shot no good. Rebound Keaton. Wallace shovels it ahead to Dyson Daniels. And a turnover. Little too unselfish right there for Dyson. Had the layup. Mamu. Rebound Daniels.
Well, it was a nice drive, but couldn't get it to stay down.
Long bomb for Veet. The Hawks lead a tenuous 8 with 3 to go in the third. Shed to the corner. And a corner 3 for Colin Murray-Boyles. Take that, Neek.
Well, you're going to make one every now and then. I mean,
Those guys from Columbia, South Carolina, they can shoot threes.
Yeah, they do okay.
Bounce inside, rejected by Mamu. Kick out to Wallace. 75-70, 2 on the shot clock. Keaton misses, and it's out of bounds. And man, this quarter has been a struggle.
Yeah, it has been. I'm still thinking about set up for me. But anyway, yeah, it's been an up and down quarter.
You have been to Columbia, South Carolina. You are a star
many
in
times,
Columbia, South
many
Carolina.
times, but I try not to go back too much.
75-70.
Bob, Toronto is right here. I mean, they're right there in this game. You know, they have kind of weathered the storm.
Bounce inside, Scotty Barnes powers up against Mo Gay, and no call.
You know what? You're looking for the call instead of finishing the play.
Exactly right.
You're not going to get that.
Veet. Taken away by Grady Dick. Hawks turn it. Grady to the basket. Too strong. Tapped out to Mo.
Well, Grady Dick should have given the ball up. There's too much traffic there.
Keaton Wallace. On minute 38, counting down third period. Dyson Daniels. Again, short clock for the Hawks. Dyson sidestep 3.
Oh boy, this game is too close for comfort.
Grady Dick, corner 3, cuts this baby to 2.
Well, that's Grady Dick's game. Catch and shoot.
Keaton Wallace. And a foul.
You see, you didn't have to foul there because Keaton has turned his back. He was looking to pass.
An 11-2 run here by the visitors. Second foul on Grady. Okongwu. And the rebound of the Raptors. They can tie with a 2, lead with a 3. The Hawks dominated the second, built a 13-point lead. The Raptors have evened things up as we come to the fourth quarter. Final seconds of the third. Shed driving. Shed kicks it back. Oh, Mamu didn't know he had a guy behind him. Now he's got it. He drives, dishes. Shed for 3. That's no good. And the shot clock runs out on Toronto.
I tell you what, they gave up a golden opportunity there.
Coming up at the end of the quarter, don't miss our Georgia Natural Gas Fast Break. 75-73. 27.4 left. Well, you can just tell without Trey, sometimes the offense gets bogged down. Such a dynamic offensive player. He can create for himself and for other people so easily.
Well, his ability to get in the lane and fend for himself, but also to create opportunity for his teammates.
Keaton Wallace, quick with the left hand and good.
Shot. That's a big shot.
6.9 left. Hawks by 4. Scotty Barnes got it off in time. It rims out and the period ends. So 3 quarters in the books in this cup game, and Atlanta leads it 77-73. The fast break is presented by Georgia Natural Gas. G&G keeps it simple with great rates and reliable service. Welcome back to the broadcast booth. Bob and Nick with you, and here we go to the 4th quarter in our cup game.
Yeah, many times. You got a little rhythm. I'm going to give it to you. You got rhythm. You got rhythm.
Thank you.
I mean, it's a little slow and lethargic,
well,
but it's rhythm.
Not what it used to be.
None of us are what we
Toronto ball. Start the 4th. Hawks shot just 30% in that 3rd period. 1 of 3 missed by Mamu, and here come the Hawks trying to get some rhythm going to that offense. And an early foul here on Murray Boyles.
I mean, that was a quick shot by Toronto coming out of that 3rd quarter. And again, you just didn't have a really good look at it.
77-73. And we got an offensive foul on Onyeka Okongwu as Shed went down on the screen.
It was.
That is number 3 on Onyeka.
Onyeka still moving there. And you got to get set.
Scotty Barnes. Raptors shot 46% in the 3rd. Hit 4 of 6 from downtown. Scotty Barnes driving. Scotty Barnes hooking, can't hit, tipped, but controlled by Onyeka.
But it was broken up because of Porzingis. Good challenge at the rim.
Dyson Daniels, good defense by Murray Boyles. Now Ricochet pinned in that corner. Porzingis and Shed trying to tie up KP. I think the foul was called first. Shed missed his calling. He should have been a fullback.
Yeah, he should have.
He's a heck of a basketball player. Just kidding. He is tough.
I know plenty of guys who've been both.
Yes. Porzingis drills it for his 8th point. Jamal Shed out of Austin, Texas. Was a 2nd-round pick a couple of years ago. Had a great college career at Houston. Was the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year as a senior. 79-73. Porzingis giving the Hawks just a little bit of breathing room. They run Mamu off the 3-point line now.
Mamu got to shoot that. You can't pass that up. That was an open shot.
7-6 to shoot. Murray Boyles, no.
And again, not a good shot there. You know what he did? He stepped back behind his defense.
Yes.
Take what the defense gives.
Yes. Take the baseline shot. 2 is better than 0. 79-73.
You know, you don't see every baseball player trying to hit a home run. You know, a couple singles.
A bunch.
Yeah.
Oh, they had the man open, and Shed tried to tee up his teammate and went out of bounds. 6-point ball game, 79-73. The head coach of the Raptors in his 3rd season, Darko Rajakovic.
You see he's going a little bit to his bench. A couple guys hadn't played in the first half. You see him in the game now.
The guy they're waiting to get back in is R.J. Barrett. Won't be too much longer. Onyeka. Keaton Wallace. Pirtle has him covered in the corner. Porzingis. on Scotty Barnes, banks it home.
And you know what I'm going to say about that shot.
Dominique Wilkins approved bank shot.
Oh, yeah.
Corner three for Grady Dick. Strips the cords, his third three. Raptors cut it to 5. Brisichet.
On the perimeter, he's been the one constant knocking down threes there.
Zachary moves in. Wallace finds Dyson. Daniels too strong. Pirtle the rebound. Here's Shed up ahead. Grady Dick and a foul on Keaton. Second foul on Wallace.
Well, Grady Dick, one of the 3 times he's been able to get to the basket and get some contact and gets a couple free throws here.
But first, let's pause for a word from Academy Sports and Outdoors. Jalen Johnson returns. Dyson Daniels gets a breather. And free throws coming for Grady Dick, the former Kansas standout. He's 21 years old. And he nails the 2 free throws. Raptors trail by 3.
You see how long they'll keep Brandon Ingram out where he gets back on.
Porzingis.
You know, that was a good shot by Porzingis. He was wide open.
He's had a struggle, though. 4 for 13 tonight. Hawks trying to find one hot hand to ride here in the 4th quarter. Barnes out to Quickly. Rebound on Yeka. Ahead to Jalen. Hawks are running. To Brisichet. Oh!
That was good defense there. 3 guys challenged that shot.
Barnes to Quickly. Emmanuel backs it out. Gets a screen. Underneath the Barnes. Knocked out of bounds by the Hawks with 10 on the shot clock. A Hawks team that averages 117 points a game. A Raptors team that averages 120. Not tonight.
Well, the Hawks have really did a good job of locking their offense down where they have to earn everything they've been able to get here, but it's still a close game.
Coming into the game, Jamison Battle, a 3-point shooter. His first appearance tonight. Barnes against Onyeka. And Onyeka.
There's a bail out there.
Boy, big time. That is foul number 4 on Okongwu.
Now Barnes had nowhere to go there.
First free throws of the evening for Scotty Barnes. Point number 7. Boguet comes in. And Porzingis goes out.
You see now Toronto is bringing back in their troops, Barrett and Ingram, to finish out this game.
Ingram will wait. He's going to come in for Scotty Barnes. Dick goes to the bench. And the free throw is good. And things are uncomfortably close.
Yes.
81-80 Atlanta. Got to look to Jalen, this group on the floor, get some offense going here.
And you're going to see that Jalen going to try to step up and be more offensive minded.
Keaton Wallace. Onyeka nearly turned it over. Boguet gets inside. And it's in and out. Tip no good. Rebound Pirtle. And now Toronto on a 7-0 run can get the lead back. They scored the first 2 points of the game before the Hawks took over. Here's Pirtle. Back in the middle of Barnes. Looking for some room to operate. Gets around Onyeka, lays it in. Timeout Atlanta. Scotty Barnes took it from the top and went right to the hole.
Now that's his game. Paint points.
7.5 to play in the game, and the Raptors have come from 13 down and now lead it by 1. Toronto 82, Atlanta 81. Atlanta Hawks basketball is brought to you by your local Ford dealer, by the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. And by Rooms to Go. Don't miss the Veterans Day sale going on now. We are back in Atlanta, and the Raptors have come back to take the lead here at 82-81. There are 23 Canadians playing in the NBA this season, and one of them is with the Hawks. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, the Toronto native, hasn't done much against the team from his native land until tonight. 18 points in this cup game, and he's back in to get a hold of this Hawks offense, but instead it's a turnover trying to find Beat in the corner. Hawks really struggling offensively. Quickly hits a three.
That's what you don't want him to start doing, because he started to feel confident. He'll let it go from the parking lot.
Hawks 1 of 8 from the field in this fourth quarter, and Jalen getting tied up by Quickly. Second on Emmanuel. Raptors have gone up by 4, 85-81.
Talk about Emmanuel Quickly and 16 points. And so it's a solid showing for him.
Hawks down 4. Feet.
That's short.
Just can't get anything going offensively. 6:45 to go in the game. Whistle
on Beat.
Scott Twardowski calling the foul on Vit Krejci. His second.
Beat did not like the call.
And a reach in on Dyson. The first foul on Dyson Daniels as we check in with Madison.
Guys, offensively, Quinn Snyder just emphasizing spacing there at the timeout, adding the need to get back to using the pick and roll effectively, and saying when you screen, you have to keep moving. Defensively, he harped on just keeping the Raptors out of the paint. A reminder at halftime, the Hawks really did a great job controlling the paint, and now things have shifted a little bit.
Not much going right at the present time, that's for sure. Dyson Daniels in and out.
Yeah, that's
and then he fouls Pirtle.
I think that was a more frustration foul there, Bob.
100%. Our Georgia Natural Gas Greener Life Impact Player. With the Raptors up by 4 at 6:07. And the Hawks over the limit, so free throws for Jakob Pirtle. There is Nickeil. We talked about his games against the Raptors in the past. The native of Toronto, Ontario, has 18 big ones tonight, and he shot the ball well. We'll need more of that if the Hawks are to come back in this one. Pirtle at the line.
You know what? And this is a lot of time to be in the penalty. Now the Hawks don't really have to play solid defense without fouling.
Ricochet in for Vit Krejci. We just got to get one guy going. Got to get one guy hot.
Yeah. And Zachary, who's played well, hopefully he'll be one of those guys who can get going down the stretch here. How about Jakob Pirtle? 4 straight free throws made here.
He's a new man.
Yeah, he's been reborn.
He came in 0 for 5 at the line this season. I think it's losing the mask.
You know, it could be.
Yeah.
It could be. You know, it doesn't obstruct his vision.
Jakob Pirtle broke his nose last summer, but kept wearing the mask.
He's coming out now. But they want to put a more mobile big guy at the center, so they put Barnes out there who's guarding Porzingis.
Jalen. There you go. That's what the Hawks need. Find Jalen Johnson.
Well, he did a good job of sealing off Barrett, who was behind him, and pretty easy play there.
87-83. Steal by Risachet. KP steps into the three. It remains a 4-point game. Barnes on the bounce. Beauty reverse for Barrett. 89-83. Alexander Walker.
Oh, another missed shot there, but
will you go down and take the lid off that thing?
Yeah, it's a little tight. That was a good screen to get him open.
Barnes. Ingram for three. Up for grabs. Barrett's got it. Goes up, throws the giant killer over Porzingis. Timeout Atlanta. Friday night, watching the big boys play here at State Farm Arena, and it's all Raptors here. Our Kaiser Permanente. We are looking for a future surgeon, someone who can operate.
We need it right now. We need a guy who can operate, get in the lane, and create some easy offense. We got 5 minutes to go here. Well, I think what the Hawks have to do is let Jalen get more in attack mode. You get the ball in his hand, especially coming up the floor, and let him attack to try to make him make some adjustment defensively. Now you got guys need to move to the open spot so you can get easier shots.
Hawks led by 11 midway through the third period, and the offense just dried up. Time to make amends, though. Only 8 down with 4:40 left. This guy is a major key. Oh, and a great heads-up play by Jamison Battle to come across, get the steal. Tip no good. Risachet the other way.
When you're talking about a terrible shot there by Barnes, I don't know if he really wanted to shoot that ball.
Jalen. Dyson Daniels. He drills a three.
Well, a missed opportunity on the other end by Toronto, and Dyson finally gets a three to go down. Now this is a 5-point game.
Ingram through a double team, throws it away.
Ingram has been frustrated in this quarter. They have really did a good job on him.
91-86 Raptors.
And again, Barnes, quickly, who's been playing well. When you run that fast break, sometimes you got to put it in his hands and let him create off the dribble.
Big possession right here for Atlanta.
Yeah, one of the biggest right now tonight here. This is, you need a score here. Yeah, it's almost 4 minutes to go, but the momentum have shifted.
Porzingis hits it off, but bumped it off the front of the rim. KP 4 for 15 in this game. Jakob Poeltl answers at the other end. Poeltl now in double figures. He is the 7th Raptor to reach that mark. Here is Porzingis. And the whistle stops play. Foul on Barrett, number 3.
And the Hawks are shooting free throws. It's a good thing.
Both teams over the limit now. And Kristaps Porzingis step up. 2 big free throws here. Hawks need all the points they can get at that foul line, and this one drops in. And the Raptors are going to take a timeout here. 3:27 left. Second free throw for Kristaps Porzingis when we return to State Farm Arena. The Toronto Raptors desperately looking to get back into the playoffs, and they've got a ball club that looks pretty good. They will go 5-4 if they win this one tonight, and a chance to go 2-0 in the Cup as well. A look at our Georgia Lottery hitting the jackpot. Of course, 2019, the halcyon days in Toronto, behind Kawhi Leonard winning it all. And that kicked off a streak of 7 years in a row where we have had a different champion each year, and I think it's the best thing that's happened in the NBA in decades.
It's good. It shows the parity in the league now that, you know, we've got multiple teams that have been there.
Very few sports. Oh, reach it. Oh, no! Oh, no. He hits the three. The whistle on Alexander Walker, and the officials are going to get together. I thought he was fouled on the rake through and not the shot. No basket. But it will be 2 free throws for Toronto. It's only 2 points instead of maybe a 4-point play. And Darko not real thrilled with the explanation he's getting. The foul stands, of course, on Alexander Walker.
Maybe quickly give a missed free throw here. Not on that one.
17 points, looking for 18. We're down to 3:15 left. Hawks down 6. Emmanuel quickly puts it down.
And quickly continues to play well. 18, 5, and 4 assists.
Raptors by 7. Hawks give it to Ricochet.
Short.
Jalen Johnson a little slow getting his feet at the other end. Meanwhile, it's going to be a lay-in for Scotty Barnes. 97-88. KP tied up. And they call it out of bounds. No, they.
And it's not a challenge. They can't challenge because they lost their challenge there.
It will be just out of bounds, so 16 on the shot clock. Alexander Walker. Jalen gets around Barnes, runs into Pirtle, and one.
Jalen Johnson bumped knees a little bit, but I think he's okay. Sometimes that little initial bump hurts more than anything.
Jakob Pirtle's second foul. So a third foul rather on Pirtle. So a rather painful field goal for Jalen Johnson, and he nails the foul shot.
And Hawks need to get him any way they can and very quickly here.
97-91 Raptors. 2.5 to go in the game. Barrett just pounds inside against Ricochet and scores. Now, you talked about it earlier, Nick, that big body of R.J. Barrett, and you saw it right there.
Well, he's strong. He's a strong guy who likes the physical contact. That was a great bump and finish. You see him going hard to the basket here against Ricochet. He never lost sight of the basket, stayed focused, off the glass and in.
7th year, just entering his prime at age 25. 16 points, 191. 2:20 remaining. Alexander Walker. My Kingdom for a jump shot. Zachary Ricochet knocks it out of bounds. Toronto ball with 2:11 left.
Toronto have seized control in this fourth quarter, and it started with about 8 minutes left in the game. They've really broke it open, and now they got a 9-point lead with 2:11 on the clock.
Once again, R.J. Barrett. This one's tipped in by Jakob Pirtle. (102-91). Porzingis is held by Barnes.
Scotty Barnes committing a foul, trying to keep Porzingis out of the paint.
Kristaps Porzingis. He and Jalen have been the only two Hawks to score in the fourth quarter.
That's short. Hey, man, he got the love of the rim.
Yes, sir. From the field in the second half, Atlanta is 13 to 50. That's 26%. That's not going to get it done.
No. Well, Toronto came out on a mission in this fourth quarter.
102-93.
Again, they're going to try to milk this clock some, not be in a hurry on this offense.
Ingram trying to seal Ricochet, has to come out to get the basketball beyond that three-point line. A clear out for him, rises up, knocks it down.
Yeah, they say, hey, we're going to give it to this go-to guy at the end of the game.
He's the first closer they've had since Kawhi Leonard when they won it all in 2019. 104-93. .115 left, 104-93 Raptors. Crossover for Quickly, stop and go. Rebound for Porzingis.
Quickly should have given that ball back to your closers like we always talk about. Give it to your go-to guys.
Alexander Walker, nice move. 104-95. Hawks down 9. Dyson went for the steal, didn't get it. Barrett, spin move, drives it, banks it, missed it. And we got a rebound foul on Pirtle.
That is not a good foul.
Stops the clock with 51.6.
You missed a shot. You don't foul in the backcourt. You're up 9. You let the Hawks try to get up and get some quick offense, but the clock is still running.
Step in for 2.
Kristaps Porzingis. Now the Raptors are going to take a timeout. 51.6 is the time remaining, and we'll have some free throws for Atlanta when play resumes. Tough second half for these Hawks as the offense just went ice cold in the second half.
Well, it could not get any really continuity or rhythm on the floor. I don't think the shots was too clean because there was not enough pick and rolls. You know, when you don't have, again, we talked about Trey, when you don't have that, you got to rely on really solid picks and ball movement where you're getting open shots. The Hawks didn't really get that in the second half.
And one thing Quinn and the coaches have talked about, Nick, is when you don't have that pick and roll option like you had with Trey, you have to have spacing on the floor so guys can have angles and some driving opportunities.
And what I would have liked to have seen is some screen-aways. Now, if you get a switch, you got that big rolling right to the basket, so now you're getting some easy offense.
Tip of the cap to Dyson Daniels, our racetrack fueling up featured tonight. And tonight he has drawn even with Mr. Rivers. A steal, at least one, in 61 consecutive games. This is Hawks history. And Dyson Daniels came into the evening 9th on the all-time NBA streak list for steals at 61. So congratulations to the Double D.
I think he's
great barrier thief.
I think he's gonna get to number 1.
He might.
Yeah, he's
amazing.
Yeah, you know, you got tonight you're having, then you got the Lakers tomorrow. I think he got a shot at it.
All right, here we go. One time.
Porzingis' last three free throw trips at the line, he's caught front rim and then knocked the second one down pretty easy. Did it again there.
Perfect 8 of 8 at the line, 17 points. He scored 10 in the quarter. And the Raptors in good shape here, up 104-97, and the dagger 3 from R.J. Barrett.
I'm surprised he shot that. You know, I thought he was going to milk the clock a little more.
107-97. Porzingis. Daniels for 3. Rebound Jakob Poeltl. And the Raptors are going to go 2-0 in cup play with their second win in Atlanta. Stay tuned for Hawks Live postgame. It's fueled by Georgia Natural Gas, and that is coming up next. Matt and Brian will take you through that, and we'll hear from Coach Snyder as well. Jalen Johnson had a 21 point, 7 rebound, 4 assist game Better numbers than his counterpart Scotty Barnes, but Scotty will get the victory. And a tough back-to-back, a red-hot Laker team coming in tomorrow night. (109-97). Porzingis to the corner, Ricochet from that kind of a second hand. Ingram, Barnes, pass batted down. RJ tips it out quickly, and it's out of bounds to Toronto.
I'm trying to figure out. Why do you even take that shot? Just run the clock out. You just pull it out. You got about 6 seconds. You're up 12. Why are you shooting?
Ingram. One of the reasons, as the horn sounds, they play it to the end like this is the margin of victory is one of the tiebreakers in the cup. So you see this happen. It's kind of goes against what you'd normally see at the end of a game that's long since been decided.
Well, I personally don't like it.
But they go up and win it by 12, and that might be a factor for them later.
I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Hawks basketball from State Farm Arena in Atlanta, brought to you by Racetrack. So the Raptors win it 109-97, a 12-point victory. They go to 2-0 in cup play, and they really are in the driver's seat to win this group because they've got 2 home games left against Indiana and Washington. They'll be favored heavily in both of those. So they win in Atlanta, they win in Cleveland in cup play, and the Hawks go down to defeat here at home by 12. That's our final. Toronto 109 and Atlanta 97. We'll be right back with you tomorrow night. Lakers in town. We'll be here on FanDuel Sports Network beginning at 7:30. That's an 8 o'clock tip tomorrow night. Don't forget, a little later start time for the Laker game. Hawks Live postgame presented by Georgia Natural Gas is next right after the break. Raptors win it by 12.
Max wanted music.
Прошла, обернулась, воротилась.